Hello and welcome to Core Finance. It is Thursday and a happy Thursday to all you traders out there. It gives me great pleasure to introduce back onto the show Steve Woodcock, who is Head of Risk Management at Tera Europe. How are you today, Steve?
I'm very well, thank you, Matt.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for coming in. FX markets seem a bit flat, a bit dull. It feels like summer.
It does, yeah.
Again.
It has been a tad dull. It feels like we're waiting for something at the moment.
But we don't know what.
Don't know what.
Yeah.
And, I mean, anything that seems to be coming out at the moment, there seems to be very little interest in it. You know, we seem to have maybe started to see the Brexit negotiations maybe start to get on track. So maybe that's not going to be a sort of a mover as much as it was. And I don't know, just it's a strange feeling at the moment. Like you said earlier, it's like the calm before the storm. But I'm not too sure if there's a storm coming. But no, I'm been sitting there for a couple of weeks now, and it has been, there's movement, but nothing really, you know, to talk of. Nothing really that interesting. I do have to admit, I think I'm looking at maybe just seeing maybe the first stages of the turn in the dollar. But it's very early days at the moment, and there's nothing confirming that. But it's just a few things I've seen that look quite promising. But like I say, I need more info really at the moment.
And from a trading point of view, I mean, traders who've maybe trading the big currency pairs, are they now looking at things like Euro Yen, Aussie, the CAD, and Kiwi, just to maybe mix it up a little bit, Swiss as well, just to have a little bit of interest.
Yeah, you have to look around. It's like I say to everyone, you know, when the markets are like this, don't keep staring at the screen looking for euro, dollar, and cable to move. Start looking around at Noki Stocky and like you say, the Kiwi and the Aussie, which I have to admit have actually, over the last 18 months, pretty much been tied to where the euro goes, because it's all been dollar based and stuff like that. But yeah, start looking around your charts, and I mean, euro yen and sterling yen can be quite indicative of where we are going to go, like longer term. But yeah, there's some. I mean, obviously working for Tera, we've got a big Turkish lira interest, which can be quite.
Yes, that's been quite interesting.
It has been quite interesting, and that keeps me busy. Good. You know, so yeah, go a little bit off piste and find somewhere else to ply your trade, if you like.
Understood. And kind of data prints this week. We've seen inflation data come out of the UK. It feels like we've got inflation again. It feels like this has been the key. This has been the key to get all the QE into the system, get the economy going, and now we've got inflation, and it feels like the market, and certainly the Bank of England's a bit unaware or a bit concerned about actually now what to do with that.
Yeah, and I you know, like I said prior to going on air, is that you know, we've spent it must be 3-4 years looking for inflation globally. I know we have had it for a while now, but you know, we're up at 3% or whatever it is now, and now everyone's moaning. Yeah, where are all those, you know, the savers that were moaning when they weren't getting any interest on their savings? And obviously it's going to filter through into, you know, interest rates and stuff like that. So I don't know, it always seems everyone looks at the bad side, and we've been trying, you know, everyone's been trying for inflation. We seem, to be quite honest with you, you know, economy-wise, we look quite well at the moment. And if you took it in its purest form, then we're doing quite well. That's what it looks like. You know, other people are striving for it. But obviously we only hear the bad news, and you know, everyone moans about something at some stage, and I'm one of those, because I'm getting old and miserable now, as my wife keeps telling me. But yeah, no, I mean, let's look at it in a positive manner. You know, we've got inflation now, but I'm sure it'll be right. How do we control it now? You know, it's the same old circle, isn't it?
Understood. And you touched on the dollar. Look, we've seen obviously the dollar's been out of favour this year. It has pushed a little bit higher, a little bit of a bounce of late. Do you think that can continue, or is this a bit of a false dawn and maybe a downward trend?
Yeah, I think like I said quite a few times when I've been on here, you know, if you look at the charts on a longer term basis, we're virtually sideways for this year. You know, nothing's really gone out of its wider range. So that, you know, that's where we are. It's a big sideways movement. So we're looking around at the moment to see if there is anything that, you know, might indicate there's a small change or whatever. And like I say, look, the trend's your friend, and the dollar is still in a, you know, prior to my thoughts at the beginning of the year, because I thought dollar yen was going to be much higher or at least higher by year end. Well, that hasn't happened. Interest rates are still, they are moving. Well, I wouldn't say moving the markets. What they're doing is they're pointing the way. But we've had no change in interest rates globally, virtually anywhere, it's just been a sideways movement. And longer term, we need to see some kind of. It's going to be the dollar turn that really gives us our next move, I would guess. I don't see, euro seems to be quite stuck around this. It's going to be, the 115, 124 at the moment, and cable, even though everyone seems to want to sell sterling, it's performing very well and it's holding up very well. So that's where we are, and we need really, I think, a bit of focus back on the dollar, and see what's going on. And I've got to admit, since Trump's been in office, he seems to have done nothing except say, banal comments. And don't get me wrong, I thought he was going to sort of be quite good, but they do seem to be now starting to get things through. Let's see if the dollar can't point us the way. But like you say, it's about looking around the whole of the market and getting your charts out and like
doing your homework.
Well, it is. It's doing a bit of work now. Yeah. That it is doing work and having a look around, see if you can find something that not many people are looking at. And see if you can get on that.
Fantastic. Well, great commentary, Steve. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you.